Yo, 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 yo. What's good, y'all? You back in this motherfucker. Yo.
What up?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Shit. Still trying to get home. It's been a crazy day. I sent you a message, but you didn't respond.
Oh, no, I don't be on Instagram like that. You just sent me a message?
What? What did you just say?
Oh, okay. Well, I see it.
What up, though? Welcome, y'all. Looking a little crazy. But I'm outside.
Hey. Just want to say apologize to all the folks who tried to tune in last week. We had some I don't know, some connection issues. I don't know, it was on Instagram, and we still continue. This is episode 41. I mean, last week was 41, but we're doing a redo of 41. Yeah.
41 reboot.
Yep. Because I don't know what was going on last week,
Yes,
but
ma'am.
it's all good. It's all good.
What you do this week? How was your week? What's going on? You getting ready to go out of town this weekend?
Yeah. I'm actually going out of town tomorrow. The day after tomorrow.
Okay, Friday.
Yeah,
I said,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Are you
yeah. You
ready?
ain't
Are
gonna
you
catch me.
excited?
Of course, of course. Friday my b day, so like I'm just ready to get. I'm just ready to get out of town for you know what I mean. Just gotta handle what I got to handle business over here and head out of town. I mean, shit. We before I even touch down to Texas, I'm gonna be out of Atlanta. So me and Shai be out of Atlanta doing some couple things before we touch down to Dallas, Texas. So I
Wait,
mean, yeah,
who?
we
You
finna
gonna be in
turn up
Atlanta
this
with
weekend. We
who?
finna turn up with Shorty.
You gonna
I'm
be
gonna
in
be in
Atlanta with
Atlanta. I'm
who?
gonna be in Atlanta with Shorty, huh?
Oh, I thought you said Shy. I was gonna say Fly Money Shy. I thought you said
Nah,
Shy.
nah. I said with Shorty. I don't fly with other. I mean, I'm with Shorty. I'm
Okay,
gonna
you
be
going to
child with
Atlanta?
Shorty.
You performing out in Atlanta?
Nah, nah, nah. I'm just going to go get some cheeks.
What? Okay. I guess.
I mean, let me be honest. I mean, it's my b day. I deserve to get some cheeks. Fuck
Oh, you
about
better
stop
keep that
playing.
up.
Hey, when it's y'all b day, y'all be trying to justify y'all getting all types of cheeks and dick and shit all over the place. So I need to justify my b day if I want to get some cheeks on
See,
that
I
day.
was chilling on my birthday this year. I had a fashion show the day before that. I was chilling. I don't know what you talking about.
Yeah, the special what?
Cash flow, y'all still going to Texas?
No, no, no. Unfortunately, nah. They ditched us. They was like, nah, we ain't going to Texas. So let them know, Boots. Yeah, yeah. Castro ain't gonna be able to make it out to Texas this weekend, but they will be at ZK Lounge.
Okay, for
I
the
be,
album release party.
yeah, I believe they on ZK Lounge this whole week. So yeah, you got to tap in with them. But we most definitely gonna represent for the DMV when we go down to Dallas, Texas. We're gonna let Louisville know
That shit
that
about to be
DMV in the building.
crazy. That shit about to be crazy. So shout out to them because I know their album release is coming out on their album is coming out on Saturday. They having an album release party on Saturday.
That's crazy. Like, how y'all gonna have an album release party without? You know what I mean? Like, come on, but they see they have to come turn. They have to come turn up in Texas, but it's all good. We gonna catch
Yeah,
another
and they
show.
got that song that Cash Love, y'all in here, send a request. They got that song, that shit go hard. Like I'm excited to hear more of it.
What song?
Good. Shake. Shakes.
Oh, really?
Ah, it's the hips beat. Y'all better make sure y'all get some dancers in that video. Don't be Warren.
Oh, talking about dancers in July. We going back to throwing parties. Make sure y'all tune in for Boston DMV every Sundays. We're throwing parties every Sundays after when it started July. Every Sunday we throwing
Oh,
parties.
you
We
be
back into it.
Sunday party.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We doing every Sunday. I go to church in
Okay.
the morning and the night I'm throwing parties. You know what I mean?
Y'all that sound crazy.
Yeah.
That sound crazy and lit to me. Ah, wow. Where is my bro? I look so crazy right now. But I've been up since 7 o'clock, working since 7 o'clock. This is what I look like when I work. But yeah, what I was gonna say, uh, cash flow in this bitch.
Good
Okay.
evening, good evening.
Good evening.
How y'all doing today?
Yeah, it was good.
Man, tired, that's what. Nah, life hit hard, man. We was trying to go, but we got in 2 car accidents, and life hit us.
Damn, you said what?
We got in 2 car accidents, man. Life hit us like in the worst time. Trying to get out to all these events and shows. Got in 2 car accidents.
You all right, brother?
Yeah, nah, we good. Nobody was
Everybody, all
hurt.
right? Yeah,
Yeah, everybody.
that's not having something you know you want to really announce. Like, but that
Man,
I hope everybody good.
you
You know,
know.
nobody injured, no critical damage, nothing like that.
Yeah, no, it wasn't like big classes, but like the vehicle we was gonna drive down there got put in the shop. So,
The main question is who the hell was driving? That's
I ain't gonna
the
say who,
question.
I ain't gonna say who was driving. I ain't gonna throw them out there like
Yeah, they ain't trying to let the person know shit.
I
The
ain't
insurance
gonna,
still looking for who the fuck was the driver, huh?
I ain't gonna throw them out there like that. But nah. I sent you the song. Terry was talking about. I sent you 2. I'm gonna let you choose which one you want to play first. But the one she was talking about in there, leaving on.
Which one? It was the tatted flow, or the let me
Nah,
see.
you can play Tatted Flow first though. You can play that one first. That's something we got with our family, you know what I'm saying? Our sis Tatted K. She cranks, she go crazy.
So play tatted flow. Is that the joint maybe I was talking
Nah,
about?
that's not the one. It's the other one. But play Tatted Flow first. That's a different shit.
All right. Let's get into tatted flow then.
I got it. Man, Terry done disappeared.
You know Maybach. She like Waldo. She be in and out. She all over the place.
Man. What's good, Smalley? I see him walking in. Where's CA at?
Yeah, we finna talk about that IDK that comment, but I hate how he try to fold though. Like he stand on business, Bodie. Like you gonna talk that shit.
Stand on
My fault. Before we start this song, I'm about to say like, yeah, he needs to stand on business, talk that shit. When he talk that shit, it's no drawing back. It ain't no shout out, biggest song about shouting out niggas. Fuck shouting that shit out. Stand on business and stand on that shit and don't apologize. Fuck that. But let's get
He
into
ain't
this
heavy
song.
when you're putting it. He that heavy.
Don't win no live with me cause I cause tension. We power up deep like the shit in convention. Go body for body, no misapprehension. We know who you are, so we sliding, no dissing. We play the win, we don't do no redemptions. The Glock is bisexual, got no exemption. We rock out the party like catching, we winning. Our name on the map with the heat that we bringing.
We coming for you and all of your friends. We ain't making amends, we ain't shaking no hands.
I'm in the club, throwing up hundreds and fifties. You all be all about bad.
Wanna talk about money, but let's go and get it. We be flipping the pack like a gold medal gymnast.
I call up Baker for one in this city. We swept the crew, now they yelling, they feeling us. Money making ride with me with those shades cost like 250. You got a problem, get with me. She call me fine and she lick me like ooh. Don't get me started, get wetter than fools. Fuck on the face, they go bust me up.
Damn, but
That's your song.
it stopped like that.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think you sent me the whole song.
I had what? That's crazy. Nah, you can play the other one though. We just gonna leave that one because we gotta redo that one anyway.
Now, y'all gonna have to go back in the lab and get the engineer to go back and do something with that joint. Oh, before I even continue, is this joint made by Smooth?
No, not that beat.
All right, let's go. But shout out Smooth though.
Yeah. Let's switch this shit up real quick.
This is the one Terry was talking about right here.
Hey, let me see what you know about them raps. Let me see how you count them stats. Every step you get put in the pack. Watch how we step up the game on the map. Let me see how you work it. Let me see how you say it. Don't stop, go crazy.
Now you know we lit. Way to turn this bitch. Ice on my wrist. All money, you know we rich. Shake it up and double up. Move them hips with the girl. Stop fast and move slow. Twist with the girl, do a twirl. We with the gang and shit going up. All the summer bitch ready to fuck. Nigga be faking, acting all time. That nigga a bitch, ain't gonna be a block. Trying to shots like my last name is Curry. Put on the plate, do a nigga dirty. Test coming through with the fucking 30. Bang, these niggas get dirty.
Let me see how you count the stacks. Every step you get put in the pack. Watch how we step up the game on the map. Let me see how you work it. Let me see how you say it. Don't stop, go crazy. Cash flow test me.
Niggas ain't got this switch. Or dump this bro. They got like fucking. Nigga, I'm gonna say you ain't too much. All we can do. Now they thinking I'm faking. Versus switches, it was feeling. Son of a lie. But like I think you hear what you think about what you making. So you know what I hope that you wait for coming to stop off radio, shit on go, I'm saying it. Keep singing, don't play with it. Keep playing, you know that I'm spraying. This is good, I ain't talking about cameras. This ain't on TikTok, here dancing.
Alright, hold on. Y'all ready? Alright, look, I ain't gotta come on right now. Love, let's go. Shake, give, shake, give, shake, give.
Yeah.
Alright, hold on. Let's go. Let me see how you work. Let me see how you shake. All night we work. Go ahead, go crazy. Let me see how you work. Let me see how you shake. All night we work. Go ahead, go crazy.
Sing that ain't.
Let me see what you know about the
Sing that
rap.
ain't.
Let me see how you conversate. If you step and get put in the pack. Watch how we step in the
Sing
game on
that
the map.
ain't.
Let me see how you work. Let me see how you shake. Don't stop, go crazy. Cash for the test me.
Yeah, that's the one Terry was talking about right there.
Let's go.
Yeah. That one gonna turn up the city right there.
Let me see how you shake it. I mean, see how you
Hey,
work
can
it.
y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta do something with my car, man. Every time I got that bitch on Bluetooth, y'all can't hear me. Gotta take this bitch off of Bluetooth. But no, that's on crank though.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I was telling my group, I was like, yo, we gotta make something like ever since we dropped the TikTok that I made to it, our Instagram's been going like people been waiting for that song. Ever since we made it, previewed it, we was like, yeah, nah, we think we might have found one. And then we got like hella people that want to come to the video shoot. We said, yeah, this is the song we about to put damn near all of our money into right here.
Make a TikTok dance.
Nah, we got people
Oh,
working on it. We really got
you?
people working on it. I ain't gonna lie, that little part right there where it was the tag team, and then I started talking before it get to that jersey switch.
Yeah.
We gonna get them to put a tag like a little joint right there. Like we already know which part it is and everything. Like yeah, we really about to put some money into that promotion of that song right there because we already know. Right,
I mean, I
Chauncey?
got a question for all the TikTok influencers, dancers. When you get a song, right, that you need to promote, someone pays you for that shit. What do y'all think about when y'all make that dance? Like, do y'all
It's
listen to
like
the lyrics and you be moving the way the lyrics is, or you just try to think what's hot? Like, talk to me. How do y'all make
so
these dances for these y'all?
it's multiple things that go into it. It's like one. A lot of people always going to start with the easy route first to make the dance, which is going with the lyrics say. So it's like
Yep.
they try to see if they can find dances that match what they saying or like a little part of what they saying to match. But then they also going to think of the viral dances that are going on right now to throw in there too. So like for example, like I had someone show me like something they came up with so far. But the tag was like in the beginning they like keep shaking, don't play with it. So like one of their friends gonna be like keep shaking, like doing a little hip dance. And then like once it gets to the jersey, they're gonna do exactly what everybody been doing on TikTok, which is shaking their hips. But see in the song I'm saying, let me see how you shake it, let me see how you work it. They gonna be pointing at each other on each part, and it's gonna switch off. Like person gonna point by saying, let me see how you shake it. The next person gonna point by, let me see how you work it. And they're gonna be done. So it's like it's all in what's being said, the beat, and like what's popular. It's like a combination of all three for real.
Hey man, I have yet to see I don't know. Maybe I might put that in the next challenge of mine. I need some break dancers, some crumpers, even a nigga to beat your feet for a song. I don't know.
I'm not gonna hold it,
I
but
just find it cool.
it is. And it really is because it's like when you realize that's the fastest way to blow up right now is TikTok. You are like
Facts.
our group heavily be sitting thinking like we gotta make a TikTok song. Like we sometimes we'll literally sit down before we go to stew like nigga we need a TikTok song, either a
True.
TikTok song or some you can play in the party. We found that beat and it was like okay it's New York and I'm like everybody fuck with New York, everybody getting sturdy. Mind
True.
you, I hadn't listened to the beat all the way through. I got with my group, listened to it all the way through, and heard that Jersey part of the song. Just give me the Jersey part. I know exactly what to do right there. And they say, you got it. We previewed it, and that joint went crazy.
Hey.
Yeah, that was killing it on
Cash
that
flow,
shit.
cash flow coming out with that New Jersey mix. Shout out to my New Jerusalem.
Oh, we got a lot on the way. Like, we working on a dance hall song right now, too.
Oh
Like,
shit.
we doing it all right now. We working on that
Oh,
twerk song,
speaking
like
of
Terry
dance
talking
hall,
about.
there's supposed to be like a Caribbean festival, some happening next month in Atlantic City. I'm trying to check
Ooh.
that joint out because that joint looks great.
Send,
But
send
continue.
that info.
Oh, definitely
Definitely want to
will.
see. Definitely want to see what that's talking about.
No,
Man,
but that shit crazy.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Okay, so we brought you on here, Molly, for a reason. So let's get into why you're here.
Well, I gotta start it off.
Because
Man, look, I don't want this nigga to attack me over an opinion since apparently that's what everyone
what?
fucking cries
So he
about.
could put name drop you in the song. Like,
Actually, that'll be a blessing. I don't give a fuck. Please name drop me in a song. I don't care if it is negative. Even if my ops watching this, please name drop me. I'll pay you to write the hook, as Betty the Butcher said. I'll pay y'all. But shit. Since I'm on the flow and we about to talk, shit. I'm gonna go off what you said, Boots. Standing on business, cause me and Maybach, we was just talking about it. So I already know her take on it. And to all the people watching this right now, I think what we're really mad about is how low key he kind of shitting on all of us, especially on this sense of artists is from here, because it's not fair for someone of that platform. It's kind of like the reason why sometimes I have problems with the Logics and all them, because I don't hate on you on your success. I think that's some bitch nigga shit. What I hate on you for is you not giving the opportunity, because especially in this area, like it's almost like a unicorn type shit. You be mind boggled or who's signed and shit. You know what I'm saying? So when someone has a platform like that and says shit like that, well, first of all, let's examine what he said. He just said that everybody's shooting and killing each other, which he's not entirely wrong. But that's not the reason why we get in on him. We go on him because he was on a platform where he could have exposed the good in this shit. He could have exposed the motherfuckers that's on their shit, on doing their shit, which he ain't.
It's a crab in the barrel mentality. I mean,
yeah,
And the
he
funny thing is half
basically
and half because, mind you, the niggas he referred to, they were hot. Semi Homie was hot. 23 Racks was hot. It wasn't that he wasn't wrong. I felt like that was inappropriate because that's our business. When we talk about shit in this area,
like
that's our business.
start putting our like that's the same thing when no shade to nobody. But the day when the Atlanta nigga came on there talking shit about us. Like, no, I'm not. That's not about to go on. We not about to keep doing that. Like, we got to stop that narrative where we go to other people and start airing out our issues with each other. Like,
Yeah. And that's really what it is, because maybe we're kind of tired of it because it's not productive. Like, we don't get nothing out of you saying, oh, wow, we're not making it. Especially to Maybach's point. Like, no offense, those are the people we actually don't fuck with. Because here you are complaining, and you in the platform that could take any of us out. Could take you, could take me, could take Maybach, take all these people we interview. Same thing. And I know IDK is going to hate me for this, but I don't give a fuck. When I really kind of like didn't see him in a good light, he made this track called 495. There was only one DMV artist on that song. That was Rico Nasty. And to me, I thought that was funny because it was like, wait a minute, you have a song called 495. UCJ produces, but no other nigga within the Beltway is on this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I felt like it was like if you follow a trend, that's one thing. But then you say shit like this, and now you want to put it like this way. Not only, right, he said what he said, he gets the backlash. Then you make a song about it, G? Maybach's right. That is some hoe-ass shit. You make a song about it, G?
Like, he really, like, made a whole song dropping all the damn rappers. Now, if somebody in the hood, is somebody in the city right now listed everybody's dead homies, a nigga would spin his block before the song mixed and mastered, okay? Like, why are you bringing up everybody that's dead? And to be honest, this is the same thing that was happening in the Source magazine when basically what I learned from the Made in DMV is this is exactly what was happening with the Source and the people that was coming back to this area trying to get artists back in the 90s and the 80s. They was telling them this is a go-go area. We don't have no rappers here. That's basically what I just heard. Instead of being like, yeah, I might not be tapped into the scene fully right now, blah, blah, blah. Make something up. I ain't fully got my ear into the streets right now, but it's a few artists that I'm looking at instead of like discrediting all of us. Like, it's people out here that's really working, bro. Like, why would he just say that? Oh yeah, nah, these niggas they just killing and stealing and shooting and like what? It's plenty of rappers and artists out here or creators. There's a lot of talent out here that are not on that.
Like isn't a nigga that kills his shoots that's not from DC. Like, come on, man. It's vagueness at this point. There's always gonna be a nigga killing each other. There's always gonna be a nigga smoking each other. There's always gonna be a nigga robbing each other. It's not exclusive to the DMV. As a matter of fact, this is actually where I will call out this on all real shit. And like I said, like I don't hate on IDK. If you're watching it, I'm gonna call this out. I want y'all to really look inward about what this DMV shit means to y'all. Real shit. What does this shit mean to y'all? Why the fuck do you wake up in the morning and rep your neighborhood for? Why do you want to wake? Because I'm going to be honest with you. It's like, if we all want to be divisive right now, especially from where we come across and where we from, fine. We all don't have to fuck with each other. But it's another thing for when we want to dick ride the successful people. And the reason why I say that is because for all the successful people that made it out, you have a responsibility. You might not think it now, but you do. Because here's the kicker. If you don't want to rep your shit or bring people with you, you can't be mad when we don't support you. You can't. So y'all need a social. Either you're going to support where the fuck you from or just relinquish it. But you can't have both.
Yeah, but don't be. It's like, even if you don't support it, don't down talk the area so that they won't come back and look. Like, you basically say, oh, yeah, it ain't nothing under that rock. Don't even look over there. Ain't nothing in there. It's pointless for you to even go over there because it's nothing under that rock. That shit is lame. That's some lame ass nigga shit. It don't even matter about really supporting each other as far as the ins and outs or the intricacies of it all. I'm talking about when you get on a platform of millions of people, shut the fuck up.
I mean, again, you know, some of these artists still in competition with the newer generation.
Fact.
So
he literally
I
ain't walking around here acting like he's the last of the Mohicans from this area. To be honest, IDK, I really am blown that I'm not on camera. To be honest, your music is trash.
Ooh.
I know plenty of niggas that's in the city right now that is literally shitting on you, and they don't have to name drop half of the city to fucking do it. That fucking song was horrible. You should have took it back to the fucking drawing board and rewrote that shit. Had your friend clear it because that shit was trash. From an A&R standpoint, trash, trash, trash. Why would you even put that shit out? But you had to prove a point because the boy Nuki from the porch didn't shitting on you, and then you want to try to get mad at it. Oh, I'm a name drop everybody that's dead. Like, he basically hit a Gucci talking about some dig your dead homeboys up. And niggas just gonna sit there and that's how niggas are in this city. But y'all are literally feeding into it by agreeing with this nigga.
Yeah. And look, I might not follow a lot of these, like, put it like this way, I might not be fans from a lot of DC rappers or DMV rappers. But it'd be one thing if I do not acknowledge y'all. I cannot disacknowledge y'all. You hear what I'm saying? I could realize, say, I might not prefer your music, but I'm not going to sit around and be like, there's nothing here. Like, that's insulting. And
Yeah, that is.
every aspect. That's insulting to you for
It's
making this platform. That's insulting to all the bloggers. That's insulting to even the old heads do that shit. That's insulting to Go-Go Band. That nigga could have just said that nigga could have went off topic talking about Go-Go. He could have just been
exactly.
like, I don't listen to rapper, I listen to Go-Go. Like,
yes,
you could have just said that.
That's what I'm saying. He could have literally just been like, I don't really got my ear. Like I said earlier, he could just be like, oh yeah, I don't really got my ear to the streets, but I know a few rappers. Where's your homeboys? You don't got no homeboys that do music, no talented homeboys that you could name them at that time frame when she asked.
At least.
Wait, hold on, wait. But I'm gonna play devil's advocate though. But these rappers be spinning the block, going to jail. They be doing dumb shit.
Matter about that. That's everywhere. That's literally across the whole world.
IDK has a whole point at the end of the day because he's like, what? How can you glorify the area?
He's literally talking about the DMV area like that's not happening everywhere.
But think about it. Glorify the area.
Let me hear Boots out. What you gonna say, Boots? Let me hear you out, Boots. What you gonna say?
How you gonna glorify the area if you don't got a good representation? We had a couple good representations in different regions. We had what you call it? We had Savage. He in jail. He messed up trying to be a crash dummy.
Yep.
You know, we have a couple young artists who've been passing away. We had Bruno from Maryland.
Flock just got signed. Niggas, Fly Money Shy signed. It's niggas out here that are making noise. If you don't know, just shut the fuck up. Well, he doesn't know who's popping in this area. He's not plugged into the streets.
But that's not plugged into a different demographic.
Because if he would already know that. Should I know that? Nigga,
but you know, you gotta know IDK's fan base. IDK's fan base is not a DMV fan base though.
In this area, and I put that on everything.
Hey, maybe you was young.
IDK Black is one of the most talented rappers in this area. If you're not tapped into this area's music scene, then shut the fuck up when being asked questions about it.
You say that, but his demographic of fan,
everybody.
It's not mainly DMV rap. It's not mainly DMV culture for real. It's most likely like LA, West Coast. You know, he touched base with the colleges, what you call it, the black historic colleges and stuff like that. So you can't really attack him. I mean, if he's trying to look at a good light and trying to say, hey, this is why my area don't got a good light because that's all they glorify.
Can I be honest?
Now wait. You got academics. When academics post something about our area, it's nothing positive. When Say Cheese posts something about our area, ain't nothing positive. When the blogs post something about our area, ain't nothing.
Of course, it's not going to be nothing positive.
I don't see Big Flock. Hey, wait. I done seen Big Flock do fundraising. Yep. He don't get the light. I done seen and Glizzy do fundraising. Yep. He don't get the. I done seen David Ruffin do fundraising. They don't get the light. So the only light DMV be getting is crime and bullshit. What you gonna say about that?
Well, this is what I would say. It's not to say that none of your points are valid. It's like this. You heard of the analogy, the story about the two wolves, and like the masters of the wolves is like ask like which wolf will be the strongest, the one you feed the most. So I'm not saying that what you're saying is wrong. This is why, and truth be told, this is why I have to call out the IDKs. I have to. This is why. Because you're right. I'm tired of the light not being shed on the good, and they only have the light on the bullshit. And the reason why that's the case, I honestly, truly believe in that way in my heart. This is why I said this area needs some soul searching. What I've always noticed about this area, and let's be honest with ourselves, real quick. Right now, if any motherfucker claims anything that's not DC, there's always going to be a divisive element. Right now, we already know if there's certain trend words or things, there's always going to be a divisive element. We're already divisive as it is. The problem is when we have the light shine on us. Mind you, we have a politics we're missing in this DMV area of unification. Okay, so all the places, like, as far as like Maybach standpoint, yeah, crime is everywhere. Chicago, New York, LA, you name it. But they have a politics of unification. This politics actually comes from what is needed for the people. We don't have this yet because we're so divisive. So, mind you, I can have niggas all over this DMV, right? The only problem is, since we're not conducive and really together, it's a lot harder to band our resources to actually spread it out. Which is why when motherfuckers like Key Glock and Moneybag Yo and Kevin Gates and all these motherfuckers that came in here. Notice how everybody in their neighborhood was hospitable. Notice everybody opened up their shit for these niggas because they didn't care about neighborhoods at that point. They cared about opportunities. And this is what we have to really say to ourselves. Opportunities come here every day, and we don't create that leverage to make ourselves out there. So yes, in terms of, and mind you, I think half of it's culture, because if you actually think about it, Alpo even talked that about our culture. If you really want to be honest, we are some shooters. We are. I ain't gonna hold you. Alpo said this shit about us. We are. So we have to culturally just honestly sit back and say, what the fuck's wrong with us? Now, it's not easy, in my opinion, because there's not going to be people like me. There's not going to be people like you. There's not going to be people like Maybach. There just won't be. And I understand the frustration in that, because there needs to be people like us sometimes to push this. So IDK, if you're looking at this, I don't expect you to be us. I don't expect you to know the scene. I don't expect you to know motherfuckers pushing. Fuck you, if all I care. But he had to accept the accountability of what happens when people like us say this is bullshit. And mind you, the divisiveness is always going to be there. But the difference I feel now is we get to talk about it. And this is why it's so controversial. Because we're finally saying something about it. Before, it's like, fuck it. We can't say anything about it. It is what it is. Fuck that shit. We are saying something. So we can both all yell at each other, but this is a good reason why. So like I was telling Maybach, it's kind of like the way I felt about Ant. I might not agree with the shit he does or even talks about, even when he be doing some drawing shit, but at least he's stirring the pot. At least. And I need niggas to stir the pot, because it's the only way when we talk, is people going to listen more. Because it's like, why the fuck the DMV so mad? Why the fuck niggas is really yelling at me? We need this. We need this shit. So it's not to go on either of your points, because the truth is, y'all both right. Like, IDK's right. Niggas is drunk because we actually need to talk to ourselves on why the fuck that's the first inclination. Why do we need to kill each other? Why is that the first thing in our brains? And then we cry about niggas ain't making it. And to Maybach's point, yeah, why the fuck IDK doesn't know about the artists that's coming up from here? He should know. Nigga, I'm in all the blog sites. DC artists, DMV Hood News, PG artists, VA Hip Hop News. Nigga, it's the fucking internet, IDK. Nah, you drawing, nigga. And that part I agree with Maybach. These are the same probably sites that he pays. And you don't know who? Get the fuck out of here. So I agree with both of y'all. And that's the thing that people need to say. Y'all both right. Y'all both motherfucking right. And we need to address this like this. Because we shouldn't be burying any more hot-ass artists. And IDK shouldn't be oblivious about motherfuckers that is doing their shit. Absolutely.
I'm over here still playing devil's advocate. I feel like IDK gets treated like Wale, like in the DMV. I feel like
everybody's gonna be treated like Wale when they make it big.
Wale, I don't even know who the fuck this nigga is. Never heard of him.
I've heard of IDK, but it's to the point what she's saying, and I think that's the beauty about what Maybach is saying. It's kind of like, how can she know somebody that doesn't want to be on the forefront of something? You get what I'm saying?
If you heard his interview, his first interview, he said he doesn't put his friends on. He don't work with niggas. He don't really fuck with artists. He don't really help. He said that shit. When they asked him, like, why don't you know? Why are you not? He was just like, I just don't get involved in it. I just don't deal with it at all.
That's why both of y'all can be right. Because truth be told, you're right in the sense of he getting slack. But in all honesty, like, as a Nova nigga, right? Like, especially when some of my Nova artists be posting shit and then the DC PG context be bidding on them and making fun of them, I can't shut the fuck up. Because you coming from a side at least you make it out of. I'm coming from a side where niggas get laughed at. So of course what you say is gonna get critical. Cause niggas be grinding even on the sides we know that don't get none of the attention. And here you are on Angela Lee's platform saying shit like that. I'm sorry. You have to get a little bit of a bid. Just a little bit. I'm not saying like completely fuck IDK because truth be told, I know him since Adult Swim. That's the only reason why I know about IDK. And I love Adult Swim. But to make Mac's point, it's like, nah, you can't say that, then people put their frustration behind it and then say, oh, nah, fuck that. Like you said, accept it. Accept the smoke. That part of that, and you even know that. So I mean, both of y'all right in that sense.
Like I said from the beginning, I'm just playing devil's advocate, but yeah, nah. If you gonna say some shit like that, accept it. Nah, fuck that. Accept the scope. Fuck talking. Nah, I'm gonna stop my shit. Yeah. Keep it like that. Motherfuckers get mad. Let motherfuckers get mad. I'm gonna keep it like that. Fuck a song, nigga. Like that's how I'm carrying.
Like he gonna basically come back and go on an apology tour, but name dropping all the people dead homies. Like you're weird, bruh. You name drop niggas dead homies since 2009. You're weird, bruh.
Yeah, 2009?
It's probably a marketing move, probably a clout move. I don't know.
See, that's the thing though, and that's why I bring up the key blocks.
Because that shit lame as fuck. I don't know when the last time he had that much attention. Niggas is on his ass right now.
And look, and bad publicity is good publicity, but I mean, it depends, man. Like, I feel like I like these type of things, these controversialness, because this conversation, look, man, as far as we're concerned, this is the only place within this country, as far as entertainment music scene, that people are the most curious about. And we don't even know how to articulate this shit. We don't, man. We get all the cameras, all the lights. We don't even know how to fucking say what we are, bruh. And that's sad, man. It's like, there's too many motherfuckers with opportunities. That's why even bringing up Wale is actually interesting. Because there could be a good half of people that will talk shit about him. There'll be a good half that good praises about him. But no one can ever say that there's not nothing he was in, you know what I'm saying? Like, that we can't say. IDK, we can say that. Like, there's nothing I can say that this nigga was like, even Logic was like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing, because don't marginalize us and not help us at the same time. Don't do that. Like, if you don't think of us, don't think of us.
Wale's from Nigeria. Is not from here. Now Wale just getting the credit for DC. And from Nigeria.
And Wale was smarter because he was rapping with go-go bands. Yeah. He understood the culture. He understood the assignments.
Still, he came from somewhere else. That's why he doesn't care about artists in DC. You know what I'm saying? He was not born in here. They didn't bury his umbilical cord in here.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying?
I guess is what you are prideful of. And right now, we just need more prideful in this area. So IDK, consider this a warning, because you're gonna meet niggas that's gonna be prideful about their area. This is what comes with it. Motherfuckers gonna fight for their home. Motherfuckers gonna fight for their block.
I'm just keep it 100 with him. He got smoke with me, so it is what it is. I don't fuck that.
But I'm
playing devil's advocate. I'm playing. Why you gonna fight for a block that you don't own?
He got smoke with me.
Why you gonna rep a block you don't own?
The niggas start buying apartments. Niggas better buy some houses. Shit.
That's street.
That's all I'm gonna say. Niggas better buy some houses.
They gotta buy something. Some property, some land that holds something. Some value, some assets.
Somebody said Wale is a DMV nigga no matter where he's from.
Hey, and that's pride. He wasn't born there.
Just like how I feel like just like how I feel right now. Like, even though I'm from Florida, I feel wholeheartedly like, bitch, I will fight you over this DMV shit. Period. DC shit, Maryland shit, Virginia shit, DMV shit together. Separate or together. Either way, you somewhere else talking shit about somebody, I'm gonna look at you side eye. I'm gonna say, period. I mean, Molly already know. Cause he talk shit about DC niggas. I pointed that VA niggas be like, every single time. I don't play around like that. I support everybody.
And that's just me being somewhat biased. But as I was telling my friends, it'd be like, yeah, like, put it like this way. the thing I think what IDK needs to understand is that's the type of something you talk within your homies behind closed door, not to Angela Lee. You get what I'm saying? Because the truth is, like it's
that's too
personal.
big
You know
of
what
a
I'm saying? Yes,
platform.
I've
That's too
lost
big of
people
a
too.
platform.
I've lost friends to this shit too, but that's why it's closed door. I don't say it to the world because they don't give a fuck about us, dude. They don't. So why would you even give them that ammo to be like, see, that's why these niggas can't be signed right here. Why?
Yep.
I know they don't give a fuck about us.
So I know they starting to make a whole list of everybody in jail. I'm like, God,
Yeah, and that's my thing. Like, that's a us thing. That shouldn't be, even if that's public knowledge. And I get that, because that's what DJ Academics ass would do. That's why Big Mensa checked his ass. Because he even said it too. He's like, dude, I honestly want to slap the shit out of you. Like, because the fact that he's creating drama porn over this context about Chicago people, and yet he's not saying, oh, this is really bad. I'm so sorry about that. That's why Big Mensa said that to DJ Academics. This is a DJ Academic moment in that sense where, and he's from the area. That's why we're on him. He's from the area. So it's one thing if he wasn't. So then he could actually be absolved by this. But you're from here, bro. And you know how you're going to feel about this. Like, I'm not going to talk about Swipey. I'm not going to talk about these niggas. I know someone loves them.
People are not getting that many opportunities in this area. So for somebody to basically close the door and like behind them, it's crazy to me.
Like, and that part I have to agree with. Like, controversial wise, it's like, I do what you want to do, stir the pot, you famous, you rich, whatnot. But legacy wise, my nigga, that's where the real battle starts, man. The legacy wise, that's why I'm telling the DMV, we need a soul search, bruh. We gotta look in our souls right now, bro. Why the fuck we want to do this? Why? I hope it's not for clout, y'all, because no offense, that's the part where I will agree with Bruce and IDK. Fuck it, everybody gets shot. So we gotta ask ourselves, why the fuck we gotta do this shit, bro? Why? Because I don't want to bury no more niggas over y'all petty shit. That part I could agree with Bruce in. But at the same time, IDK, people gonna fight for this shit, bro. And I agree with Maybach. I'm gonna fight for niggas to make it. I am. I don't give a fuck if it is DCPG, Moco, Virginia. If a nigga I love has a chance to make it, he's gonna motherfucking make it. So make those chances. So like, I agree with it. Shut the fuck up.
What's up, bro?
Yo, how you feeling? How you living?
Chilling, man. Cold as shit in here.
Hey, cool. I trying to jump you in the conversation. I know you were saying a couple stuff in the comments. No, I know you want to touch some, put your own thoughts.
I was gonna say he always got something to say, so he might as well
bring it.
It's just crazy because I'm hearing the conversation, but when he kept talking, I'm trying to figure out what happened for real.
Were you here from the start, or you just came in?
I just came in, but I just heard the Wale part. So
No. So basically, this rapper, PG based rapper, he goes by IDK. He was on an interview with Angela Lee, and Angela Lee was talking about the DMV scene. And his response was he's not focused on it because all the rappers here are getting shot up, locked up, basically on some divisiveness. And this is what we're talking about on why we disagree with his statement, because we don't feel like, well, this is where the conversation you're coming in from, because Bruce is playing devil's advocate on the truth of rappers are killing each other, but Maybach's sense is, no, he just doesn't know the scene, which I agree as well, too. So that's really the conversation.
Nah, you know what? As I actually know IDK personally,
Okay.
That's my man. But not to be, what's it called? He's kind of right, but it's not good to close the door like that. But I'm gonna keep it 1K with you, like that's what really, like, if you really been in that scene, like if you really hang with a DMV nigga, if you've been around, that's what this shit is about. It's about backdooring. Like,
yeah.
Like basically, if I done been around Fat Char and them, and everybody got their guards up because they know this shit is about backdooring. Like, you know what I'm saying? So a nigga is trying to backdoor the other nigga that I just let you in the studio with me, my nigga. Like, I shouldn't have my guards up like this. But niggas got their gut, and I know exactly what it means. That shit is about that shit is about backdooring. That's why niggas don't make it out here.
Yeah.
So we got a backdoor culture.
Basically, this shit is backdoor. Like everybody, like, look at Wale.
Like in other cities, when a nigga blow up, he's supposed to open the door for other niggas. But when you're opening the door for these niggas and they're backdooring you 4 months later after the like Shaq Glizzy. I'm not talking bad about Shaq Glizzy because me and him done got into it just with this shit right here. So I'm not doing that again. We cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no beef. I'm just keeping it 1K that this is what happened. Like niggas don't want to look out. Niggas don't want to put nobody on. Niggas don't want to do that no more because niggas gonna backdoor you. While they put Shaq Glizzy, the first time I ever saw Shaq Glizzy in the Maybach to make me actually say, damn, this nigga really doing something. He in the Maybach with Wale at his height. Later on, he start talking shit about Wale, man, that nigga not from this area, blah, 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 blah. But that's another problem about the DMV. Like, we be so worried about where somebody was born at. We be forgetting just to take the clout and run with it and use it for other generations that's actually from around here.
So I have a question. With that being said, because the back door is valid. Actually, that's true. But with that being said, how can I put this? I'm a Nova nigga, so that's why I'm gonna say it like this. I'm a Nova nigga. I've always believed that across the Potomac, there's always been this bully culture within DCPG niggas in terms of like how they look down on people. Can you speak on that in terms of why is that so infused with our mentality on trying to put someone on? Or
it's not to keep it 100. It's not even just that area. It's not even just that area. It's the whole area. Like Baltimore niggas don't fuck with niggas. Baltimore niggas want to have their own wave. PG niggas want to have their own wave.
True.
DC niggas want to have their own wave. But at the end of the day, bro, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. You be the little ass kids that really don't really know shit, bro. That's what this shit is about. You be the little ass kids that really don't know what's going on. And at the end of the day, for them niggas have one hit song that everybody fucking with. In the back of their mind, they think, man, I done blew up. But whole time, nigga, is a bigger word than this word is bigger than DC, my nigga. DC small as shit. That market is not even a market.
Okay, let's get into it.
The market is not even, bro. That market is not even a market. The market is like a fucking. The market is like an area.
Yep.
It's not even a market. And that's why nobody's getting signed in the area because it's not even a market. For it to be a market, you have to be DMV, DC, Maryland, and Virginia. That's where it's going to make it a market because it's bigger. It's a bigger fan base now. It's more people to sell to. When the labels say, okay, this nigga's named Fat Trey, he's from DC. Let me look at him. Let's see if we can put a budget on him. Let's see what area it's from. When you're speaking slangs from DC, using DC lingo, DC beats, DC this, DC that, and there's only 10, 20,000 people that be buying music that's from that area, they're going to be like, all right, fuck this nigga. Let's go to a nigga from LA real quick because he could go just in his city. So if other people don't even like his lingo, he can go gold in this area. So this shit is about the market. The market is so small, you picking beats from DC area is very stupid. I used to do this shit. So now that I'm a little older, I know that shit is dumb. You're slow. You're deteriorating yourself because there's no way you can sell to no big market when you are using the lingo that only people that's 10,000 people in that area buy music. It's like, nigga, you're not blow. It's hard to blow.
And it's funny, and it's funny too because actually, and truth be told, it's actually PG County in terms of DMV that's really blowing in the market as far as artists being exposed. Which I've always figured that was the case, considering like the amount of people that live in PG County.
My fault to cut you off. I'm going to cut you off. And the artists that's actually blown from PG County are the artists that's not riding the wave of PG County. They're making music for the masses. But go ahead.
Hope y'all hearing this, folks. Sometimes y'all gotta make music for the masses instead of your own area if y'all really want to blow. It is the way it is, but
yeah, it's business. It's not about, it's just business.
Okay, so since we're talking about this the market now, so we switch gears a little bit. We're talking about the market. Actually, Molly, I kind of wanted you to talk about what we knew about Atlanta, but I kind of want you to hold that because you can, if you want to talk about the subject of marketing in other areas in a general sense versus specific, if you could.
You talking to me?
No, I said Molly.
All
right.
Did you hear me?
I was on the conversation. Talk about the market. Can you repeat that question? I'm terribly sorry.
I said talk about the market in this area versus the market in other areas. And we have, like, from people of observations, we have this divisiveness in this area, right? Everybody has this individualized mentality, but other areas are perceived to be a collective, but they are not necessarily a collective in a positive space. Could you elaborate a little bit more about that?
Oh, well, I feel, and trying to stick to topic because you can go everywhere with this in terms of what you even cover as far as programs to empower our youth and talk to our youth. I think that's a big part of it. But as far as the market and the divisiveness of this area, so I'll try to break it down like this. There are two DCs. There is our DMV, the localness, go, Mumbo Sauce, New Balance, the whole nine yards, you'll name it. And then there is Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, the Pentagon, the White House, DOJ, anything you name. And the reason why I have to bring this up is actually one of the things I always tell about people in this area that wants to blow up. They're not catering to what I like to call the niche of a city. So when we talk about New York, LA, Detroit, any place you can ever think of, for one, their city structure is very different because, first of all, they're actually in the state. We are a federal. DC is not even a state. It's a jurisdiction, and then it's surrounded by the immediate counties of Virginia and Maryland. That alone has a whole different dynamic of how people interact versus all the places we just mentioned. So that alone, we have to treat it differently in terms of how we market ourselves and advertise ourselves. Secondly, it's because of the first thing I mentioned, being in Washington, D.C., we're always naive about the actual people that live here. And we're just talking local-wise. We're talking, my boy mentioned Wale, international. We got people from different countries, different religions, different sectors. And sometimes what my frustration is, we always talk about this area in such a localness. Like, we always have to push the notion of this local area. We need to push go-go. We need to push this. But we never ask ourselves, okay, how can I serve our culture to people from Montana that will visit here, or the tourists that will come here? Or how can we incorporate this in terms of, Maybach say something funny, like how music artists don't make music videos in front of the monuments or national landmarks. And that was funny to me because that's very true. Like, how do people say they're from DC but don't show DC? And this becomes an issue because then it becomes misrepresentation. Because when we have people like Shy, and then we have people like Trell or IDK, there's so many plethora of different genres of people. When we marginalize ourselves because of the sake of localness, we exclude people that could actually bring in. Because to your point, when you said PG artists that talk about the masses, I thought that was ironically funny of the secret of how you make it, but then the thing that sometimes keep us back to begin with. Because sometimes when you're too different from the fray, this is when you get to talk like, oh, he ain't from him. Oh, he ain't from this area. Motherfuckers will put on every motherfucker in the earth. But then when it actually comes down to the logistics of it, he's not from here because, unfortunately, we have to then base it off of the details. Like, is he really from here? Is he really from this area that we are trying to push? Because, mind you, because what I mentioned earlier of the way this area is so much harder. Like, how can I, a Northern Virginia person, explain I'm from Northern Virginia when people will look at me weird? And then at the end of the day, I say I'm from D.C. Locally wise, I'm not from fucking D.C. Black China's mama would say that. That one episode where a chick said she was from Tyson's, and then the chick said, that's not D.C., but it's fucking eight miles away. Especially from the Georgetown area, Tinleytown,
And but
Cambridge Road.
you
It's
know one
8
thing
miles
why
fucking away, dude.
but you know why a lot of people, and I've never tried to take nothing away from nobody. I'm not jury. You know what I'm saying? I came here at the age of 8 years
True.
old. You know what I'm saying? I was living in Northeast, and from there we moved to PG.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to this DC, PG, Virginia thing, when I see people like being pressed as fuck, like Slim, why are you so pressed? It's not that serious. A lot of people actually be screaming DC because it's a market that's never been tapped into. But we be forgetting that when you start screaming DC, you actually fucking yourself up to the to the real people that's trying to put a bag on the brick. Because when it comes to this shit, it's about who's gonna put the bag to my bread so enough people can actually listen to this shit that I got. Like that's what this whole. If niggas are big because somebody put the bag to the music.
But someone said DC got the most respect nationwide. Maybe.
No, DC is the Washington DC is the White House. Is that so? Of course, the name when you say DC, people want to say, "Oh, he's from DC," but in reality, it's not good for you. If you're from Virginia, it's better for you to say, "I'm from Virginia." That's better for you. But our brain is so processed that DC is so big and DC is that because of the White House and because that's the nation's capital. State in the world, everywhere in the whole world know what Washington D.C. is. They've been heard Washington D.C. is a Washington Post is one of the biggest newspaper in the whole world. So a lot of people brainwash that White House. If you're in any state, you gotta come to D.C. to do your paperwork for anything. If you're a governor in any state, you gotta come to Washington D.C. to do the paperwork for your state to get bread. You know what I'm saying? So. Our brain is just processed like that, but the whole time the shit don't hold no weight when it comes to the motherfuckers that's putting the bread to the paper, to the music thing that we're actually trying to boom up. It's about the money. So when you're an artist and you're screaming DC, a lot of people run from that because nobody in DC history as an artist ever been top tier. Except for a couple of R&B artists, but people don't even know they're from here.
So should we stop grouping the music scene to DMV and just say fuck it? It's DC rap, it's Maryland rap.
Well, I think that's what's happening to a certain degree.
Have to group it.
Yeah, but it's like this, right?
It's like everybody don't want to be grouped. It's like
so this is why, like I was saying earlier, like
if something is broken, you have to fix it. If it's not broken, then don't fix it. This shit is broken.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier, because this is the funny thing. So like ironically, like what we say about IDK, the thing about what he's saying was that was a DMV business he should have brought out, because put it like this way, I could talk shit all y'all be like, man, Nova this, we the greatest, or DC nigga be like, man, fuck all that shit. That's a us thing, right? Like we get that. Outside of it though, trying to translate and explain it to people has always been the challenge for us, because truth be told, we market wise in terms of like the economy, it funnels all throughout like the metropolitan. So it doesn't make sense to almost make it seem like we are separate to begin with. If anything, what we're speaking is a cultural aspect of our divisiveness. Like, why we're divisive? Why do you want to be like repping something different versus being grouped in one thing? And I think that's something that I asked a lot of people from DC too. It'd be like, yo, like that's the hypocrisy. It's like you say fuck Virginia, Maryland, but you know you got to cross through it every day. So to a certain point, like, why do you really say fuck Virginia, Maryland? Like, is it something that you feel like your immediate area gives you this pride not to be fucked with? That's why I feel like what we're saying is cultural. It's nothing geographical. It's nothing like geographically we're separate in any way of the word. It's like like you said, it's a mindset thing. Like, and that's the thing that I think we just have to talk about. I don't really care where it goes from here. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm from Northern Virginia. You from here. You from a lot of you from a lot of things, but at the end of the day, we have to act.
But that's the problem right now. The division. The division is one of the biggest problems, because when a nigga blow from this area, niggas start hating that didn't blow yet and start like let's use Wale.
Hold on, wait. Or is it division or is it influence?
It's division.
I mean, because if I'm from another area, if I look at the DMV, do I want to be a DC? Do I want to be a DC like do I want to be a DC individual, or do I want to be a Maryland individual? Do I want to be a VA individual? Like, cause you got people everywhere. People want to be from Atlanta, or I want to be like I'm from Atlanta. I want to be like I'm from Fort
And
Lauderdale.
sometimes people do that. Like
Florida.
honestly, look at Chris
Like
Brown.
you know what I mean? Do you feel like, I want to be a DC rapper? I want to be a Maryland rapper. I want to be a VA rapper.
Hey, bro,
Like, do you feel like that?
to keep it 100, right? Let's look at Quavo and them, right? Look at Quavo, Offset, Takeoff and them. They're from Georgia, right? But when they started popping, what happened? Every Atlanta nigga took their music and rapped that motherfucker like them niggas from the city of Atlanta.
Molly, that's what I was trying to get you to talk about.
Like, look at
Molly,
about like how
talk
different
about
cities.
the Atlanta scene,
like,
but
Well,
make it general.
okay.
like,
So
hold,
I'll
let
stick with that
me
because
land real quick. Hold, let me
I'll
land
let
real
him
quick.
finish, and I'll get to my point. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me land real quick. Is like that division is a problem because when, like I said, you see the point that I made about Quavo and them. They from the north. They from North Georgia, wherever they're from, that part of Georgia. But it's close to Atlanta. Everybody are in that area, so they're not going to deteriorate them and say, "Oh, them niggas not from Atlanta. Fuck them niggas. We're not going to." The whole Atlanta radio station picking up on it. You know what I'm saying? So now let's turn it back to New York. A nigga like Fat Joe, he's Puerto Rican, but you're not going to hear them say, "Oh, look, it's Puerto Rican." Cardi B, she's Spanish. You're not going to hear them say, "Oh, she's Puerto Rican," or whatever she is, she's there. She's not going to rep it. No, they're going to take it and make it theirs. But when it comes to the DMV, even though you respected everything you had to respect, you went to each go-go every week. Like a nigga like Wale, that's African. He go to the go-go. He took his single and made it a go-go single. You know what I'm saying? The biggest budget Wale got from Interscope Records, he took it and say, "This is my single. I'm gonna rep this DC shit." Right when the nigga blow up, it's the niggas that's from DC that's saying, "Fuck that. That nigga not from DC. That nigga's not current. That nigga this, that's it." And that's the problem. Logic, white boy. When white boy Eminem blew up in Detroit, they didn't say, "Oh, now fuck that. He's a white boy, man. He's not about to rep this Detroit shit. Fuck out of here." They took him and said, "That's the face of Detroit."
Right.
When a nigga like Logic blew up and the DMV said, "No, that nigga's white. Fuck out of here." That nigga talking about he's half white. And that's a problem because now you are hating on somebody that's supposed to bring you blessing. Like, you're hating on somebody that's going to bring you clout.
Talk that shit.
But that's the problem.
All right, so going with Maybach because I knew she was going to mention that part, which is actually funny because I was going to get to that. So what Maybach's really saying is the all that glitter ain't gold thing. So this is actually to all the other cities that be thinking they can really talk shit about us. The truth about Atlanta, they actually base their shit kind of like a real gang. Because I have a homie, he's an artist, and when he lived in Atlanta, he actually told me that the way they base it is, if you're an artist that is about to blow really big in Atlanta, like you have a lot of the quote unquote labels that will come to you and literally tell you that you either have to join them or you get blackballed. And that was very interesting to me to find this out because it makes a lot of sense with certain, let's say, things that are rising with the Atlanta scene, especially with Young Thug's case. And it actually makes sense in terms of how Atlanta is moving so efficiently. We're thinking it's on some, they're really quote unquote working together, when really it's an attentive thing. Like, no, your popularity is the benefit of this label, this gang, this wave. It has nothing to do with quote unquote unity. When I found out that,
I disagree with that.
well, you just continue. This is someone that said he lived in Atlanta and worked with a lot of artists. So
I lived in Atlanta for 8 years of my life.
okay,
All my cousins
continue.
from Atlanta, like Atlanta is on some collective, like Lotto. Right now, if you go on a shade room when they post anything about Lotto, they're gonna say Atlanta. They're not gonna say she's from Georgia, but she's from Clayco. She's from Clayton County.
Okay, so that the collective. What we're saying is you have to be a part of the collective.
But actually, I want to understand what he's saying because, like I said, I just got that information from someone who's not from Atlanta,
Like
who said who
literally,
lived there, and said that like this
I
is
went
what
to Atlanta.
they told. This is what they told him.
Like, bro,
This
you
is his
could literally
experience.
go to Atlanta, bro. You could literally go to Atlanta right now, and literally, you can walk in a club. You can walk in certain events without you even
That's not
being
what
from
he's
Atlanta.
saying. That's not what he's
No,
saying. That's not what he's saying.
no,
No, no,
I'm trying
You're
to say
missing the
that
point.
no.
niggas
Well,
That's not what
work
he's
no,
together.
saying.
no. I think he gets my point. That's why I want to ask what. Okay, so how does it really move? Because from what the person told me was, it's kind of basically like when you have a wave, you're kind of at a point where you must join some type of organization, some type of group, and really work with that group. Like you can't be quote unquote independent. You cannot roll on your own and take over the scene on your own. And that's the vibe I got from what he told me. So if I'm wrong, please explain. Because again, I only went to Atlanta once. I actually enjoyed myself. They actually like out of towners, which is crazy. And to me, it's like we always want to talk about different cities' market, but when I hear things like that, it's like, oh, that's interesting. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
Like,
bro, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Atlanta make the music industry move. Like when I got my first radio play in my own city, is because DJs from my city saw me in Atlanta moving with other DJs that they respect. That's really like that I can get to them DJs quicker than I could get to a Quicksilver, or I can
That's
get to.
not what we're.
No,
I
no, I'm
think
not.
that you're
I'm not saying
missing
nothing
what.
against what he's saying.
No,
I'm just
that's
trying to.
not. It's not. It's that's. You're missing what we're saying.
Okay, what are you
Like
saying? I want to get it.
I want him because I don't even understand like why he say this. We're not disagreeing about Atlanta's collective. That's not what we're talking about at all. We're not saying that Atlanta doesn't have any unity at all. We're not saying that you can't walk down the street and meet a record executive at the stoplight. That is how Atlanta is. But why? That's why we're trying to. That's what we're trying to get into. Why is it like that? Why is it so much unity? Then the back end of it is like once you hit a certain level, everybody that has hit a certain level that's from Atlanta has signed with somebody that's from Atlanta.
and mind you, like I said, I'm only saying because look, anybody, and I'm reading comments too. So anybody that's been in Atlanta, shoot, just say what's up. Because mind you, I think what's interesting too, at least in the position of being in the DMV, this is one advantage in this area, and I'm gonna actually, I hope everyone understands this advantage. We are geographically positioned where we can hit a lot of areas. We can hit a lot of places. We could go to New York. We could go down south. We could even make out west. Like if we was in any of the areas I just said, it would be a longer mission to go to said places. But we're geographically placed. So I'm not even saying, and I feel what you want me to ask Maybach is kind of like, from what I understand about Atlanta, is they take initiative in terms of who is going to be the next wave. It's almost like bidding. Like, oh shit, like let me get this right now before it comes. You know what I'm saying? Like when there's like a price or something, like who's going to be the highest bidder? Let me get that person because I know they're going to be the most valuable. And with that being said, I think that's where we want to ask, why does that infrastructure happen so efficiently there? Because let's be honest, there's still niggas
Chase
getting
said
shot in
all
Atlanta.
credit
There's
goes.
still shit goes on in Atlanta, but we want to know the efficiency of it. Because as far as I'm concerned, from what my homie says, it's like that makes sense to me. But I don't know.
Yeah, I feel personally. I feel like Atlanta's popping like that because there's a lot of creatives in Atlanta. Number one, that's like the black mecca of music. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's number one thing we shouldn't forget. That's number one. Number two, I feel like there's a lot of everybody in Atlanta is not trying to be a rapper. That's another thing I peeped about Atlanta when I went to Atlanta. Like, there's a lot of Maybachs in Atlanta. You know, there's a lot of females that's really trying to put two and two together. Everybody's not trying to be a rapper. Everybody's not trying to be a stripper. In Atlanta, you're gonna see a nigga that's gonna say, "I'm trying to be the next Puff Daddy." You're gonna see a nigga that say I make beats. You're gonna see a nigga that say I got a studio. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of
But the thing
collective of everything in
about it
Atlanta.
is that's the same thing here. It's just we don't have the platforms to be able to get each other out. It's a lot of people that like the dude that managed that. It's a lot of people that want to do the behind the scenes. It's a lot of creators. It's a lot of different types of talent here.
Yeah, I just don't have a.
Okay, hold on. Okay, y'all, it's 9:15. We have to start bringing our guests on
Yeah, I ain't gonna
on the
lie. We had a long
podcast.
talk. My phone about to die anyways. I'm terribly sorry, y'all. That was a good conversation.
Yes. We
Wrong, y'all.
have produced by Kay from Nashville.
I, I'm gonna log off. I'm gonna hit your line, dude. We're gonna talk more about this. That was a good conversation. Oh, he left out, but all right, I'm gonna let you go.
Produced by Kay. Please send your request, please. Thank you.
He's from Nashville. I don't know.
What's good? What's good?
Hey,
Hey.
hey.
What's good?
Introduce yourself to the people.
What's up, y'all? I'm produced by Kay, female engineer, producer, and artist from Nashville, Tennessee.
Hey,
Okay, so you seen our conversation get a little bit heated. So let's bring it down and then bring it back up to some, because we want to know what's going on in the Nashville area. Like, how are y'all working together? But before we do that, I would like for you to introduce yourself as an artist. Like, tell the people what you do and a little bit about you.
Well, about me, I'm 22. I've only been producing for 2.5 years, but I was an artist before I started producing. I've been an artist for probably 7 years, but I only started taking it serious for about 2 years. But I got into producing after I went to college, and they sent me a keyboard, so I'm just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna start making beats and shit. But I really do both. Music just really therapy for me. That's not something I'm really just trying to blow. But producing, that's what get me through the dough. That's what's paying me type shit. I'm from the south part of Nashville, and man, it's crazy coming up out of here. Just because it's the country music scene.
Okay, so the country music scene is big down there. Just like we got go-go here. Can you elaborate what it's like in that space, being a hip-hop artist as well as a hip-hop producer or rap producer in that area?
Wait, what was that? Could you repeat that?
So here, well, we're from the DMV area, like Washington D.C. Metropolitan area. In this area, go-go is. In this area, go-go is really big. Boys, quiet.
belly going on. That big belly.
Okay, in this area, go-go is really big, and in that area, country music is really big. Can you elaborate on what it's like being a hip hop rap artist and producer in that area?
Man, really, it's just it's two separate things. It's mainly the country artists. They go downtown, but we have more trap and hip hop down here than country. If that makes sense. I mean, I would say generations, the generation like Young Buck, Starlito, them the main two, artists that's really done made something of themselves coming from Nashville. But my generation, it's a lot of us that do trap, hip hop, rap, and all that. And it's a couple producers down here, but they more focused on the trap sound. So it's kind of I know a couple of my friends that rap, and me engineering and being in the studio. A lot of artists feel like they have to get out of Nashville in order to make something out of themselves for what they want to do as far as hip hop, because of the focus is on country down here.
Right, right. Okay. Hey, Maybach. I'm sorry, Maybach
Yes.
back on here. So I see what she's. I feel similarity with what we going around in our area and what she going through too. In their area with the impact of a different music scene that overshadows hip hop and other genres.
Yeah, cause it's artists like Jelly Roll, he one of the ones top notch, CMA. That's really when the CMA Fest come, everybody's in Nashville. But let some a Bridgestone event for some trap stuff go on, it don't get the same kind of attention.
Right.
So that's why a lot of us feel all right, we need to go to Atlanta. Like, it's a lot of artists from Atlanta be like, okay, you come down here with your beats, you taking off. Like, it's just like that. Because I feel like in order for me to really blow out in Nashville, I'm going to have to get on country. Like,
Right.
that's how I feel as a producer and an artist. So I know it's a couple people that feel the same way, but I think now, as far as where the music scene is going, a lot of people are trying to work to make it Nashville just not all country. Because there's a lot of us down here.
I, I think that's I know in our earlier conversation we had two of our other guests on here. I think that's just the culture of the state or the area. I mean, I don't think it's ever gonna go away. I mean, I feel like that's literally the gatekeeper of how you really gonna really blow in the area if you really want to blow to that certain degree. So I don't know. It might be one day somebody might change the way they blow up in they state or city, but I don't know. Like,
I ain't gonna
what
lie,
do you
like
think
at
about
the Old Town Road, I thought we was finna go somewhere. You like, I thought it was about to be a little shift or something.
it? Right. Then they kind of threw a curveball. I don't know if it was a curveball. I don't know. It looks like
Maybe
when
you need to do what I've been telling everybody to do is country trap music or blend the genres.
I just got into that because Jelly Roll personally reached out to me on Instagram. Like, he like, yo, beats incredible. Like, send me some stuff, man. I almost died. I'm like, man, like, and he
okay,
hearing like my melodic beats because that's mainly my lane, like, you know, like Rideway, melodic type shit. So for him to just hear that and think that that's hard, like, and worth sending him some, like, it meant a lot to me because I'm sitting here thinking like, bro, I don't got no country beats in the catalog to send him. But then some people were like, get him on your wave because he hit you up because he heard your wave. So
right, okay, right, okay. You
Or
got you
try
got
to
to
do
feed them
some
your way
research.
for
Go in and listen to the loops, listen to the listen to the instruments. You know I don't know nothing about nothing. I be sitting there
yeah,
with my beat maker sometime and go take some beat loops and move them around, put them on some trap beats, figure out how they work, figure
it's
out the
crazy.
instruments.
I just made a couple like last week. Like, I really just starting to get versatile because I done got into like Afro beats and everything recently because I'm working with different artists. Like, different artists is coming to the studio. Like, they do boom bap, lo-fi, and you know me, I've been on trap, melodic, R&B. So when I'm in a room with these artists that get on different type of beats, it's like they help me get better. So they had me step out of my lane type shit. So now I'm just like, I'm in like a whole lot of genres right now, like as we speak.
okay. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Hey, okay. Let me find out. Produced by K-Ball is what's he, I'm about to do some A&R work in that area because I want some Nashville artists to make it, and that's something that I didn't announce, y'all. I done got some connections over the past week, and they are looking for artists in secondary areas. So I definitely want to be tapping in with you, and figure out some artists that's coming out of Nashville and be able to connect them, even if it's not a deal. Maybe it's the festival connections or some stuff like that.
Man, it's artists down here that's appreciative of anything. Like, it don't even gotta be a deal. Like me, I work closely with people like just running in and out of studio. Like, we all just trying to, like, it's certain parts of us. I ain't gonna say everybody in Nashville because it's a lot of beef and it's a lot of, like, if Nashville come together, we could be like Memphis. But people sitting here down here beefing, like, and they mess with whoever popular. If it's popular to support you, here they come. But if it ain't, they gonna really leave you out the dry. But I rock with the, you know, underestimated people, like the people that they, you know, the underdogs. It's really a competition clout thing going on down here in Nashville. Like, that's all it is, man. What you say?
That's what I'm saying. That's my like, damn, we all the
Yeah,
same.
yeah, like, that's Nashville. That's why Nashville scene ain't went nowhere in my generation. Cause man, everybody dissing, everybody, like, it's just crazy as hell, man.
I feel like it's like a probably a generation disconnect somewhere. I feel like it's a disconnect like it's just like a disconnect in the matrix. 'Cause I know one thing. Face Leaning, he said that every state and city got one thing popping and in common is all their major media markets. Is that true?
What he mean when he say like major media markets?
He's talking about like New York, Chicago, Atlanta. Those are major media markets. So of course they're gonna be popping in those areas like
Yeah,
LA, Cali,
yeah, I
because
agree.
they're
I
major
agree.
media.
I
Like
agree.
You
so
you don't think Tennessee got a major media
Memphis,
market? I mean they anything that goes on in Tennessee or Nashville it's everywhere. It's nationwide.
I say the focus more on Memphis.
You think so?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
you talking about in the hip hop wise, or you talking about
oh, I'm talking about music wise.
music wise? Memphis.
Yeah, yeah, I say
But
Memphis. Like I mean,
Nashville's the mecca, isn't it? Isn't the mecca in y'all state?
yeah, like I mean, man, I don't know, cause I mean the only market we got, like I was saying, is country music. So that's its own. But like hip hop, Memphis up. Like
Right.
Memphis really up right now, and they got some good artists down there though. For real, like they really doing it down there. So can't even blame them for real.
Uh-huh.
so I mean, do y'all be like traveling to that area to like get connections and stuff? Do y'all network down there?
It's a lot of Memphis artists that come to Nashville for the show. Me personally, I only been to Memphis like one time for a video shoot and just a little Airbnb or whatever. But me, other than that, I go to Atlanta. I just came back from living in Houston for 6 months. Like I've been to Louisiana to work with Boosie daughter. Like I don't really go to Memphis. I ain't even gonna lie. Like that's just not my style of music when it come to my career. But it's a lot of Memphis artists that come in Nashville, like they back and forth.
Okay, so y'all basically y'all
We mostly go to Atlanta.
yeah, y'all travel
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
That's the same
Atlanta,
thing that
how far is Atlanta from y'all?
4 hours.
Oh
yeah, ain't
y'all up the
that's the
street,
same
yeah.
that's the same thing that what her name Danae. What's the girl name?
D Monet?
Yes, it's too many people. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all names running together at this point. But yeah, that's what I mean. Everybody that's in that vicinity, all the way from Texas, Alabama, the top part of Florida, Tennessee, even South Carolina goes to Atlanta.
Yeah, like Atlanta. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I commented earlier. Like I had a show with Boosie daughter, Poison Ivy down there in Atlanta, and like I went one show I think by myself, and then one with her, and like they was supportive. Like they didn't even know us. Like they was just supportive, rocking with the music and everything like that. Like actually, I got invited by the promoters to come down there and do a show with Ivy because our song was like catching a lot of attention and stuff like that. So it was just like we went down there, crazy support. Like they supported every artist that came through to that club that I was in.
Right.
I fucks with the
I
vibe in Atlanta
feel
though.
like bro, I feel like because it's like the same thing that Molly was saying earlier. It's like this area has that bully mentality. I'm talking about the DMV area. Do we have that bully mentality? That's where our collective is. It's like everybody want to be the man type of shit. But in Atlanta, I feel like the man is the person that puts everybody on, basically. Like I don't know, like their wave is supporting everybody. Like if you're not supporting or you're not trying to help people put other people on, then you might as well not be in Atlanta. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate real quick. I mean, what makes y'all believe if y'all from another place y'all can blow up in Atlanta? Well, how y'all know if only Atlanta people blow up in Atlanta?
Mm.
And that's just crazy because there's just some like we don't know that for sure, but there's just some that we think because we see it.
Right.
Like it's just weird because I hear a lot of people, man, we need to go to the A. Like we need to get shit popped down there in the A. Like that's just how us down. Like that's how we think. Like and we don't even know why we think that. We just see it happening
Right.
down there.
Okay. Mm.
Yeah, I can even agree with that. I feel like people feel like I can see it happening there. You know what I mean?
Right, like they
Like,
got a better chance.
yeah. I mean, not even you might have a better chance at your own house in your own state, but it seems like you have a better chance in Atlanta. You understand
Ooh,
what I'm saying?
and you ever heard that saying people like people that's outside your city will support you more than your own city.
All right.
So that's how a lot of us think like that.
That's
Cause I think like
definitely
that.
true.
Like I done witnessed it. I moved all the way to Houston and them like they were fucking with me heavy as hell. Like I fit right in when it came to my sound and my beats and stuff like that. So I do believe that. Let's see.
Oh, she done left again. Nah, real shit. A2K. A2K. A2K name, man. What's up, man? Two times, man. What's up, Smalley?
Yes,
You know
sir.
what's up? What's up? Everybody tuning in. It's getting juicy here. But you got any beats you want us to crank to while you on here?
Yeah, I sent some to her email.
Okay. Hey Maybach, if you hear this, send a forward them her beats real quick.
Yeah, I sent some beats and she said send a couple tracks that I done produced too.
Okay.
I sent like 2 or 3.
Are they on YouTube?
Yeah, I sent the YouTube links.
Okay, all right. I think she got them. Well, you have one you can just say right now, so I can probably just search it on YouTube.
Uh, you can play um you can play me and Ivy song because I produced that. So K Savage, X Poison Ivy, Scar. It's in one of the links in the email, but
K Savage.
KAYY space Savage. Future Poison Ivy. And this basically, I just had an open verse and hit up her manager and sent it, but I did it on my beat so I can snatch the placement too. This was made in like 2021.
Okay.
Yeah, it's that video right there.
She was in the video too?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, okay. Let's get into it.
You know what the fuck going on, okay?
Damn, Jam.
Music, all I gotta go hard up in the booth. I know I gotta keep on going, gotta speak my truth, but I'm so hurt, love. They don't know love, they just know what they see. I'm so slow, I just made some powerful. I got family, it ain't even who I like giving me so much damage, but I'm so hurt, love. They don't know love, they just know what they see. I'm so scarred. Trying to calm my nerves, can't slow no more. I need the booth to get me high. As soon as I start thinking I'm doing good, hell fall through the sky. Keep your feelings to yourself. No, they won't see eye to eye. I pull up to take gravy, get the talking, he still ain't reply. Real as it get, I speak the real, I call it how I see it. Thinking I'm fucked up about the shit, I'm not, I guarantee it. Bitch, you either real or you fake, ain't no in between it. It was either stay or get away, so I chose to leave. These bitches cut me, ain't no healing. They say I'm reminiscing. All them hoes dirty and these hoes penny fishing. Plenty times I told them listen, they ain't pay attention. Now they see me up, I know they wishing. Music, all I gotta go hard up in the book, I know I gotta keep on going, gotta speak my truth. I'm so hurt, Lord. They don't know love. They just know what they see. I'm so scared. I just made some power moves. I gotta be my family. If it ain't even who I like giving me so much damage, but I'm so hurt, Lord. They don't know love. They just know what they see. I'm so scared. Say they just know what they see when they don't even know the half. Step outside, I'm full of pain every day. Find a way to laugh. Got stories, they all know me. I go crazy in the lab. Big hearted motherfucker, fucked up in my heart, all that trash. But I can't get on the floor because I'm hurt, Lord. I'm supposed to live, and I'm the first one. Realistically, so you don't even need to search no more. I'll call your ass and listen, reminiscing. But I'm going that for you, that you was here. These bitches cut me, ain't no healing. They say I'm reminiscing. All them hoes dirty and these hoes penny fishing. Plenty times I told them listen, they ain't pay attention. Now they see me up, I know they wishing. Music, all I gotta go hard up in the booth, I know I
I'm so sorry, I just made some power moves. I gotta keep my family. If it ain't me, then who might giving me so much damage? But I'm so hurt, love. They don't know love. They just judge on what they see. I'm so scarred.
Oh yeah, I like that joint. Oh yeah, that's gonna be on my playlist. That's on my playlist for sure.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Really just give that whole, how that whole track went, like, man, it was just, I own my own studio in Clarksville, Tennessee at the time, and I just did that song and left it open. And my business partner, he was just like, why don't you see how much I be doing for the features? So I hit up her manager and we paid for the features. She sent it back the next day. So got the song back. We like, yeah, this it right here. We gotta go shoot a video. So we actually went up to Louisiana in her hood to shoot it. So we went up there to go meet her.
Okay.
And after that, like, they told me that was the best feature that they ever, like, her people told me that was the best feature that they ever like heard her do. And from that point on, we just always locked in, and a couple months later we performed the song together in Atlanta.
Hey, that's lit.
See, that's how you
Power
do
moves
it.
for real.
Yes, that's how you do it. Hey, salute to you for that.
Keep
That's
going. Keep going.
Man, that's what that's what I be trying to do, because it was at one point where I was focused on one thing. Like, I was focused on being a producer, and then I get into being an artist. So like, when I'm in full artist mode, I leave the beats alone. So I really just had to figure, like, all right, how can I incorporate, because I'm hard at both. I just got to get on my beats, get on my own beats and rap, which is what I started doing recently, because I didn't always get on my own beats because I would only make a certain type. But now that I'm versatile, now I feel like I can get on my stuff now, so my songs won't sound the same. So it's just like, when I get these features, if I can get a feature with a big artist, it's gonna be on my beat so I can grab the placement. And I got a placement with Quando Rondo.
Hey,
That's on YouTube too.
hey, you
But
got coming out with Quando Wando?
uh as far as a feature, man, his label Atlantic, man, I think he signed to Atlantic and Never Broke Again. As far as the feature, probably not, but he already has a song on my beat.
Okay. Oh, hey, that's lit. That's lit. Congratulations. Hey, that's what's up. Power
congratulations.
moves out here.
Man, just trying to, you feel me, like, be something. Like, it's, man, I get to come out. It's just, I don't know, I'm really getting my like, my recognition and stuff like that. Really just started to come this year. I produced a song. I think it's in the I sent it to her in her email. His name Young Drippy King. I met him. I don't even know how he found me, but he found me somehow when I was living in Houston. We did 2 million in 2 months. I mean, 1 million in 2 months on a YouTube video on a song I
Oh,
produced.
wow.
So
Okay,
it's just
Kay.
like,
You out here snatching for real. Okay, let me find out.
man, just working. Like, I got to,
Okay,
like, this.
okay. So there's something a little bit deeper under all of this. So can you tell the people what you have been experiencing for the past couple of months? Some of the things that you've experienced and some of the things that you have gone through and
Man.
through
Whew.
adversity. So it's like all
Um,
these accolades, it's like, yes, like, turn up, but all these things that you were going through while you were receiving all these accolades is even crazier.
well, I ain't gonna lie. Recently, a week ago, man, I got shot in both of my legs. You feel me? Just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. And it's kind of like now, like, because it's only been a week. I got shot like on the 2nd. But, like, man, it's really just been crazy because I'm still here and I'm alive. Like, I'm here because obviously I got a purpose, but most people don't make it like it. And I started walking yesterday. Like, at first I couldn't walk. So it was just,
I'd
it's just
agree.
like, man, like, I'm just blessed to be here. Because now when I hear on the news, like, it's a lot of violence and stuff down here for one. But when I hear on the news somebody getting shot and killed, it kind of made me feel some type of way. Because that was just me getting shot a week ago and I'm still here. So my mental has just been, like, usually, like, I ain't gonna lie, I really haven't been making no beats lately, like, after that, because for some reason I can't. Like it's hard stuff that comes with this. Like usually when I go through stuff, I go straight to my laptop or straight to the booth and can do anything and go hard. But this right here really just got me like, nah, like this right here just I don't know, like it's just different because trauma come with it.
Yeah.
Like everything just happened so fast, and me being an innocent person and being in the crossfire of, you feel me, everything going on, and I'm the only one to get hit. It messes with me, like mentally. So it's like, man, I'm just sitting here like, dang, I just got up and started walking yesterday. Like, I got a fracture in my right bone. Both of the bullets went in and out, but I got a fracture. It was this close to hitting the bigger bone to where I would have needed surgery, and like a couple inches from hitting the artery, and that would have been the end. So I feel like I'm blessed right now, though. Like out of everything, but I know I'm gonna come back harder. And then other than outside of this, it's just been, you feel me, like uh, just all kind of just mental problems, like stuff I had to face, like household shit, like family shit. Like I lost my granddaddy to cancer last year. He was the closest thing to me. So it's really just like pain and just want to get out of here. That's the purpose of everything that I'm doing right now. But music always saved me though. Like I don't got no plan B. Like this gotta work, and that's how I gotta think about it.
Yeah.
Right.
And all I'm gonna say is get through this block, keep trying, keep going, keep pushing. We need to hear more beats. We need more music. Um, and I guess put your pain in your creativity, and who knows what you're gonna end up making. And like the comment said, thank God you're still here.
Yes, and then what's crazy is like one thing that I didn't put, like when you asking me questions and like for the interviews, is I actually like 2 weeks ago. It's probably been 3 weeks now, but 3 weeks ago I released a meditation instrumental tape, and I was playing that like on the hospital bed, like when I was getting shot, and like that's the thing that really kept me calm, because through this whole situation I was very calm, and the nurses just like, bro, like you really handling this very well, but like in the inside, like I'm slick scared because like I don't know if I'm gonna be okay. But it was just like I had to play my own meditation tape to calm me down, because I felt like if I would have panicked, then I would have made stuff worse than what it was. It turns out like after that, it started blowing up. Like the meditation tape probably had like 40,000 streams right now, and it's only been 3 weeks.
Hey.
And that's been helping a lot of people. So that's really kind of like the lane that I'm in, because I don't have struggles with anxiety, and now I probably done developed PTSD. Like I'm in therapy and stuff like that. So I've been going through anxiety for a minute. So I kind of just like, bro, how can I help? Like, how can I help myself? I need something to help myself, and I got to use my talent to help myself. So I made the meditation tape, dropped it, and so many people needed it. Like needed stuff like it.
Yeah, we most definitely need it. I hope that meditation tape is part of this email that you sent.
No, it's
All right,
not.
you're gonna have to send me that personally. I'm gonna need some meditation because I need
I'm
some.
like, where? I was gonna say I listen to the. Come on now, don't hold out.
Yeah, I know. As soon as I sent it, I'm like, dang, man, I forgot to send that. But it's on Spotify and everything, and I got another one dropping on the 21st, because I'm like, I gotta be consistent. Like I done got placed on Spotify playlist and everything. Like, they just picked it up, and it's been getting a lot of streams and stuff. So I'm like, I gotta keep going.
Before you go and before we put the next artist on, I don't know if he's our last one, but these beats that you sent me are can I experiment? Can we have some artists jump on them?
Yeah,
Is there
like dudes, them like I got a mobile app, like I got my own producer app.
okay.
It's called Pride by K Beats, like on the App Store and stuff like that. And that's where I like market everything. Like you can really just see everything I got going on, everything I produce. But them is fresh. Like them ain't even hit the app. So like you can, man, y'all.
Okay, yeah, all right, bet, yeah,
Except for that 24/7 window, somebody done already got one, but that one. But that's one of my favorite ones that I wanted to play, so y'all can hear what kind of sound I get.
Okay.
bet I do want you to tap in with this one artist named 2OK too okay. Nate the Great. He most definitely a nice young rapper. I know he's looking for
Shout
some
out
beats.
Nate.
Most definitely tapping. He been showing you love. This whole podcast. But yeah, tapping with him. Hey, he should
Okay.
tap in with you in your DMs. But yeah.
I just follow him.
I,
Y'all can play with it in while I'm on here. Matter of fact, just play that 24/7 beat before I go, if y'all can.
All right.
Cause I want
Before
y'all to hear that
you
and
do
give
that,
y'all.
let the people know where you from. And let them know where they can find you at.
Y'all can follow me on Instagram, produced by K, YouTube, produced by K, Beat App, produced by K, everything produced by K.
two
So y'all,
eyes.
huh?
2 eyes.
Yeah, two eyes. Cause
Hey.
I ain't gonna lie, I think it's another produced by K out here, but they got one Y, but they need to chill out. Cause I already got.
Let's get into it.
And that's my tag. Y'all look out for that tag, cause hey, I got some placements coming. You know what the fuck going on, K? Oh no, that beat just do something to me.
Oh snap! Oh snap! I got. That's what we got. That's all we got for right now. If you want to tune in some more of her beats, make sure you tap into that app. Tap into her link in her bio. Tap into her page. K, the producer. K, hey, let me just tell the people what you want to tell them before you want to leave. Maybach, what's up? What else you guys say? You got anything else?
Oh no, I don't got nothing to say. I'm in the comments. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, y'all just stay tuned for everything that I got coming, man.
Hey,
We going crazy.
hey, tap in every Wednesday from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Don't want to miss that.
Yes, and now that you've
Oh
been
yeah, I'm on here
you could
and
just
I'm
you could just come in, send a request at the beginning, because we usually leave the beginning of the podcast open for people to just come in and talk and catch up with what they got going on. If you got new beats that you about to put out, you can put it on there, whatever. Like, whatever's going on.
all right. Yeah, I'll most definitely be on here for sure. I was really into that last conversation.
We got more every Wednesday. We got more.
Yeah, it's like just I feel like we need to have an open podcast next week, even though we got a whole lineup next week. Okay, no, the week after next week we'll have an open podcast, and people can just get on top of their shit. But I'm feeling the itch of an open podcast coming on. Everybody got something to say.
No, I'm gonna be on here. I'm gonna be on here for sure.
All right. Next guest is on. Thanks, Kay. We appreciate you for joining.
All right.
Yeah.
What up?
Yo.
Hey.
What up?
Introduce yourself to the people.
Yo, what up? My name is Nate Rhythm. I'm an engineer. I'm from Nashville.
Oh, we got another Nashville. Okay.
Yay, Nashville.
Hey, what's up? Okay. In Nashville, I know. I don't think he has. I think Kelly has my last
I'm
guest.
from,
know each other?
I'm from West Nashville.
I'm
Do
from
y'all know
West.
each other?
They got a West Side. Got a West Nashville. What's going on? I'm lost. I'm lost in the sauce. Hold up. They got a West Nashville.
I'm like, do y'all know each other? Do y'all know each other, Nate?
Who?
produced by K.
Yeah, I've seen the name around for sure. I've never met her face to face though.
Hey,
See, that's something that's the type of connections that we like to build in the community. I'm trying to collaborate. I'm trying to hear a situation where both of y'all placement. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, you cutting out.
hey, hey, Maybach, you breaking up, Maybach? Hey, Maybach, you breaking
I
up?
said I'm trying to facilitate that collaboration so both of y'all can get some placement.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, y'all need to be locking in together. That's what it's really about. Like that's what we're trying to do is bridge the gaps together, bring
I
everybody
need, I
together.
turn that. Yeah, I need to turn Nashville up. Stop playing. Nashville got a voice. Nashville got a scene. They didn't turn Nashville up for real.
Okay,
Yeah,
Nate.
fact. Nashville got a bunch of talent here. It's just waiting on it's just waiting on the right, I guess, eye to put it on it.
Okay, so what's your opinion on what's the scene in Nashville? Like Kay talked about country ruling the scene. So can you elaborate on it from your perspective?
Um, yeah. So yeah, Nashville, like I feel like the country music is always gonna be here. It's like the same way rap is for Atlanta, country is to Nashville. And that's just how it is, that genre of music has a home, and then just like this genre of music has a home, just like other genre of music has a city and whatnot. So the country the country money is here. The rap money is not quite. Like if you really want to focus on rap, I mean Nashville maybe not the best place because how dominant country is. But if you want to switch to pop, if you want to create your own genre, there's so much more ways because it is Music City. It's not just country. So that's my thoughts on the city. Yeah, pretty much. It's Music City, not just country. Even though country does have a big bag for it.
Okay, so what is your niche like? Or do you do pop? Like, what do you like? What's your niche?
So I really just came up recording rappers. So now that I've just done one thing for so long, uh, just seeing what's out there, and what's it called, broadening my options. Just like there's so much out there to record as an engineer, and just with this life. So I'm out there getting to it.
So do
Oh
you
yeah,
do a
you
lot of
playing you playing the interview up there.
so
Oh
do
yeah, your
you
recent interview. All right, cool, cool, cool.
so do you do a lot of traveling too?
Yeah. Yeah, I do a lot of traveling. For a job, you know, for a job I do stage production and set up concerts and shit.
Okay.
So I travel and everywhere I go I'll just spread the word and shit, end up catching a session with an artist out of town somewhere.
Oh, so you know how to build stages and set up the lights and do the backdrops and everything for performances.
Yeah, yeah. I know how to do it all. I know how to do everything from truck load in, set it all up, and truck load out. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. Okay, yeah. I used to be in that type of market too a couple years ago. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, for real, man. I be giving people jobs, man. Anybody that ever need work, I be giving them jobs.
Hey, hey. You heard
Let
it
me
from
find
Nate
out.
Bennett
I
himself.
Let me
You
find
heard
be
out
it.
this is
giving
a
them
plug.
jobs, man.
He the man with the plan.
Yeah,
Let me find
fact.
out he the job plug. Y'all better get right.
Yeah, that corporate money different.
Don't sit there. Don't sleep on the inside, man. What in the world? Y'all are hilarious in these comments.
They going off.
Fact.
Okay, so
They
how long have you
going off in the comments.
how long have you been engineering?
I started engineering for real in 2019.
Okay.
So But yeah,
Probably good.
a little bit, and then I started taking it for real in like end of 2020. I had like always had a studio, but then I just caught my first session through word of mouth with this artist named Banco Baz. He's from Grand Rapids.
Hey, shout out Banco Bands.
Hey.
Yeah, it was dope. It was through where I was working at the time. The dude shouted me out at a little event he was at, and then bro pulled up.
Oh wow. See how, man, networking be the thing to be and thing. Okay, so
Yeah,
for people that
networking is
don't
key.
know, because we got a lot of different types of creatives on the platform. What is the difference between the producer and the engineer?
Um, well, I mean, they kind of go hand in hand. You can produce without engineering, but then you can engineer and produce at the same time. So, you can just call yourself a producer and sit back and then let the engineer work and all that. Or you can kind of be the engineer and become a producer as you go and just put your ideas like on it.
Okay.
I know
If that made any
I
sense.
know we don't got too much time left. We got like about 3 minutes left till we gotta end this podcast. Let me make sure. Yeah, 3 minutes. But I feel like it's a really big distinction between a producer and an engineer. Like I know a producer has a certain job. They're supposed to like create that sound. Then the engineer is supposed to polish it. Like really supposed to polish it and add or fix any like sounds that don't sound right and place it with different other methods and different plugins to make the tune actually polished. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you got it right for the most part. Nowadays, a producer is, a beat maker, a loop maker put together, and then, yeah, engineer, polish it up, whatnot.
Right. I mean, I feel like if you don't got the producer engineer combo, I don't think songs don't be hitting right. You gotta have that producer engineer combo though.
Yeah,
And
chemistry definitely, like, you could tell, like, oh, yeah. Over time, just working chemistry is the best. Like, once a artist and a producer and an engineer get together,
right,
Yeah.
man.
over time,
That sound like them cook up sessions that we was having with Lou. Let me get one. Shout out Lou. You need to be tapping in. We need to have a convention.
Yeah, we do need to have a convention. We need to
hey,
get all our guys.
it's a networking event right here. Me and my people, Bad Weather Entertainment, we throw shows almost every weekend.
Ooh, hey,
Oh.
thank you that you said that. I'm most definitely gonna pull up. I'm most definitely gonna pull up just because you just said so. We gonna have to tap in. We gonna have to tap in. I got some artists. I know Maybach got hella artists. Yeah, we gonna most definitely tap in.
But
Yeah,
I'm
facts,
saying that
bro.
we need to do this convention because we've been doing this podcast for almost 50
Yeah,
episodes.
yeah. Well,
It's a lot of people that have been on this podcast, and I feel like bringing people together would be it's in the not yes in the networking space, yes in the performance space, but to have everybody in one room, I feel like we need to do that. Maybe we need to do it somewhere else. So I don't know. Shout out to
I'll
Palmer
be
Boy.
down. I'm all for networking. There's this place called Home. It stands for Helping Our Music Evolve. Every first Thursday or last Thursday of the month, they host a free networking
Oh,
event.
wow.
Yeah,
See, Boost, you need to be pulling up.
hey, you
Home,
pulling up
helping
too?
our music grow, evolve. Huh? It's on Eventbrite. If you just go to Eventbrite and like, yeah, that's just some free game for the city that I don't think nobody knows about.
Hey, y'all hear it. But I mean, hey, Nate, hey, say your last shout outs, man. We gonna have to close down this podcast, man. It's 10 o'clock. We gotta have to head out. But he most definitely gave us some free game event, right? Open mic. Most definitely pull up to that. I know it'll be booming over there. But what's up, man? Tell them what you guys say.
Yeah, bro. Look, Nate Rhythm tapping out, mixing, mastering, recording. Got that diamond ear sound.
Hey,
If you know, you know. If you don't, tell somebody about it. Bad Weather Entertainment taking over.
hey, okay, let's
Hey,
go. Make that.
Fuck That
Let's
Shit
get it.
podcast every Wednesday, 8 to 10. We really appreciate y'all for being here every week. Make sure y'all step in next week. We got another crazy episode. Nate, we really appreciate you for being here. And we
Yep.
definitely going to be sending you all opportunities. Make sure you tap in. And we will see y'all next week. I am Maybach Cherry. This is Official Boots. And we are on Boss Up DMV's platform. Turn up this Fuck That Shit podcast. We'll see y'all
Hey,
next week, y'all.
appreciate y'all fighting in the rain tonight. Episode 41. We out.